Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, it is so great to have you. I'm Antoinette, a New Zealander living in Germany. So I'm actually filming this video today from my daughter Amelia's bedroom, as you can probably tell by the cute wall stickers in the background. I just have to grab whatever room is free when all the family are home at once. So I've got 3 kids and it's always pretty busy around here. So anyway, in this video today, I am going to be talking about kindergarten here in Germany. I've talked a lot about school in Germany, but I've realized I haven't talked a lot about kindergarten in Germany. So many of you will already know I have 3 children. I have Amelia, who is 9. She is in the 3rd grade at primary school here in Germany. Mateo, who is 5. He is at German kindergarten. And then there is Luca, who is 1. So he is home with me at the moment. He is not in any kind of daycare or anything like that. So I have had many years of experience with being a mother of kindergarten age kids here in Germany. Obviously Mateo's kindergarten experience has been very, very different to Amelia's in the way that he is going to kindergarten during a pandemic. That is all he has ever known, and I'm going to be focusing more on Mateo's experience, mainly because it is fresh in my mind. So something that has been a little bit difficult for me as a parent is not being able to actually go inside the kindergarten like I was able to when Amelia was in kindergarten. Due to the pandemic, they made rules at Mateo's kindergarten that we could only drop the children off at the door, but we can't actually go inside, which for me, that was really difficult not to be able to see what was going on. I was actually allowed for about 3 days when he was just getting used to the kindergarten. When he first started, I was allowed to sit in on the classes. I had to wear a mask and, you know, keep my distance, but this was in, you know, the height of the pandemic, so hardly anyone was allowed inside. When I sat in for those few hours and watched Mateo's sort of first few days at kindergarten, I was so impressed by just how lovely and engaging the teachers were, and Mateo slotted in very, very, very well. And so I only stayed a couple of days, and that was just for a few hours in the morning, and then he didn't really need me after that. He actually slotted in a lot faster than I imagined, mainly I think because the teachers were so lovely and warm and patient with him. And yeah, and then after that, basically I couldn't go into kindergarten at all, so I just had to drop him off at the door, and the kindergarten teachers would greet me, but you know, after that it was just like, see you later, Mateo, and he would go in, and I didn't know what was going on, which I found difficult, but I was reassured in the sense that I did really like the teachers, and from what I saw, those few days were really positive in my eyes. So one thing that really struck me about his kindergarten were the really warm, loving, just open and friendly teachers, which, you know, I'm sure this is not the case at every kindergarten, but at Mateo's kindergarten the teachers were lovely, and they made a huge effort to get to know me, to get to know Mateo. Something else I really appreciate with Mateo's kindergarten is the fact that it is a very international kindergarten, and the teachers are very welcoming to families from different parts of the world. At Amelia's kindergarten there were mostly just German kids there. She was one of the only, well, she is German because she grew up here, but she was one of the only kids in her kindergarten class from a bicultural family. There were a couple of others, but they were mostly German families, and so there wasn't so much of an emphasis on international families at the kindergarten. But at Mateo's kindergarten there are quite a lot of families from different backgrounds, different countries. There's a poster with greetings from all different languages, and they have made this poster specifically for the children that go to that kindergarten, because at Mateo's kindergarten there are French speaking children, Arabic speaking children, Russian speaking children, English speaking children, and obviously German. So for example, on the notice board there will be instructions about what the children have to bring for certain activities in kindergarten, or instructions about, you know, the pandemic and different rules. A lot of the time these instructions will be translated into all of the languages. So for me personally, I don't need the translation because I speak and understand German, but for many of the families, they don't speak very good German at this point. Maybe they haven't been in Germany for very long, and so it's very, very helpful for them to have have this translation in their own language, and it makes them feel part of the community and just more welcome. And I really appreciate this about Mateos Kindergarten, that they are welcoming all of these families, not just the German families. Something else that I think is fantastic about Mateos Kindergarten is the fact that the kids go outside and play every single day regardless of the weather. I don't think there has been one day this entire winter where the kids have not gone outside during their kindergarten hours. And so they have a really awesome playground at kindergarten. There is this kind of pirate fort, and you know, there is like water play, there is a big sand pit, so they're protected from head to toe in their waterproof gear. They'll have their hats and their gloves and their boots and everything for whatever weather, and so the kids get to have fresh air and they get to run around outside all through the winter time, which is so important. Mateo is a very high energy, active little boy, and he needs to burn off his energy every single day, and I really feel like the kindergarten supports that and lets the children just get out there and get amongst nature and get enough fresh air, and I really appreciate that, because I know it's not like that at every kindergarten. Something else I really like is the fact that the teachers really encourage friendships, not just in kindergarten but outside of kindergarten. I was actually really surprised one day when I picked up Mateo from kindergarten, not long after he started. One of his teachers said to me that Mateo has made friends with a particular little boy in class and they are playing really nicely together. And she said that I should maybe consider having a play date outside of kindergarten, and asked whether I'd be interested in meeting one of his parents, his mum or his dad. And I said, sure, why not? That's really nice. I thought it was a really nice idea. I thought I was a bit surprised by it, but I thought, why not? She asked me whether she could pass my number on to this little boy's parents, and I said sure, why not? And so I actually got a message from the little boy's mum asking whether we could meet at the playground, whether I'd be interested in having a little play date with all of us at the playground. And so we all met up at the playground outside of kindergarten hours, and it was great, and I got on so well with the little boy's mum. Great practice for me speaking German as well, and it was a really fun afternoon. And since then Mateo has formed a really special little friendship with this boy, and we've had lots of play dates. He's come to our place, Mateo's been to their place, and I thought it was really great the way that Mateo's teacher really encouraged this friendship, and she saw that they were getting on so well and, you know, got the parents involved, and it's really just blossomed from there. And so last but not least, something I really appreciate about Mateo's Kindergarten is the emphasis on healthy food and just health in general. So Mateo is at kindergarten from 8 o'clock until 1 p.m. A lot of kindergartens in Germany actually require the kids to have a warm cooked meal. At Mateo's Kindergarten, this is not a requirement. I don't think they have like a kitchen in his kindergarten to heat up the food, which is why they're only required to bring just like a cold lunch, which is so much easier for me personally. So since Mateo was only there till 1 o'clock, I don't have to prepare a full lunch. I just have to prepare what we would call in New Zealand a morning tea. So for morning break, something for him to eat. So it'll be maybe a bread roll with some kind of a filling and some fruit or something like that. But there is actually a no junk food policy at Mateo's Kindergarten, and it was the same at Amelia's Kindergarten too. I'm not allowed to pack anything sugary, sweet. I can't even pack like yogurts, fruit yogurts, because there are a lot of sugar in those yogurts. And saying that, if a child has a birthday, they are allowed to bring a cake or muffins or something like that for their kindergarten class. I think this is fine if it's in moderation. And so the teachers are not ruling out junk food altogether. They don't mind once in a while. Also, as far as drinks, we don't provide the drinks. The kindergarten will give the children either water or a fruit tea without any sugar. It won't be sweetened. Also, something else they do to really reinforce this whole healthy eating in kindergarten, once a week they will have a healthy breakfast in kindergarten where all the children will eat together and prepare a healthy breakfast. And I think this is so sweet and just such a great idea for just introducing the kids to different types of healthy food and just really reinforcing this whole message. I think it's a really, really great way of getting kids to just try different healthy foods that they normally wouldn't like to try, because I think it's the whole peer pressure thing. If they see a friend eating something, they'll want to eat it as well. And you know, when they're setting a good example and they're eating something healthy, then I think that's a good form of peer pressure. I think it's just lovely that they can all sit together once a week and eat a nice healthy breakfast and learn about different types of food and just really just embrace the whole message of a healthy lifestyle. And so anyway guys, that's about it for this video. All around, we've had a really positive experience with kindergarten here in Germany, particularly Mateos kindergarten. I have a real soft spot for the teachers at his kindergarten, for the whole kindergarten philosophy. If you're also from a different country and you have children going to kindergarten here in Germany, I'd love to hear about your experience. How does it compare to kindergarten in your home country? Are you happy with the overall experience here in Germany? Please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I would love you to consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!